Hey guys, welcome back to another TOS episode. Okay, let's do this. So, top 7 characters I want in Echo Fighter. Okay, let's do this really quickly. So here's what it gets. So, we got the whole Echo Fighter craze. Hey, you got some characters that are going to be in Smash Bros. That have, like, Echo Fighters, just legit clones that, people don't have to be angry at them for anymore. So, that's pretty cool and all, but there are characters that people expect to be Echo Fighters, or, hey, why don't just might as well add them. I mean, it's not like it's gonna take that much development time to make them. Am I right? All right. So I chose 7 here because even though I had a list of quite a few, but they're all kind of whatever. Okay. So the main rule for this: no Ken, no Shadow, and the reason for that is, well, I'll be more surprised if they don't show up than if they do, because I'm highly expecting Ken, basically the original Echo Fighter, to be in Smash Brothers as an Echo Fighter for Ryu. It's like, it just makes sense. And besides, it's not like Ryu doesn't have any like alts resembling Ken, using alts that he uses in his own games. And for Shadow, again, I'm highly expecting Shadow to be in as Echo Fighter, even if they don't. So I'm just more expecting they do. Anyway, let's just get this onto it. Number 7, Louie as an Echo Fighter for Olimar. And why that is there, despite me being called Pikmin Master, why is this one like the bottom of the list? And for me, it's because I have no idea how would Louie function differently to Olimar. I mean, if you ask me, maybe Louie should have used the Dweevils instead of Pikmin, and have them do these sort of crazy effects instead. But I don't think they'll do that. That's the thing. I don't think they'll do that. He's just gonna be straight clone of Olimar. But I don't know what would they do differently. Besides, Olimar already has Alf as alts, so if Louie were to have another character in alt, what would it be? Brittany, Charlie, the President? So I'm only putting him this low on the list because I have no idea what would they do differently. Maybe tweak some stats and maybe do something different. Maybe put in Olimar's Brawl up B. The one where we just put the Pikmin chain. Maybe you do that. I don't know. I just don't know how they would do it differently. Number 6, Clefairy as an Echo Fighter for Jigglypuff. Now, you probably might be maybe different characters of an Echo Fighter because of how Clefairy works is different to Jigglypuff. But why Clefairy? Because, well, for those who know about Pokemon, Clefairy was originally going to be the franchise mascot of Pikachu, but it just so happens the whole Ash got Pikachu thing, and it just happened to turn to Pikachu as the mascot for Pokemon. So if it weren't for, I guess the anime, then Clefairy would be the mascot for Pokemon. And I remember this episode in the original series, where Clefairy and Jigglypuff, they're on the spaceship, and how similar Clefairy and Jigglypuff are anyway, because they originally shared a bunch of the same movesets. And yes, they do change stuff around nowadays. Maybe what they could do is instead of since Jigglypuff has multiple jumps because it's a balloon, since Clefairy is not such, maybe just have one jump like most other characters. And it has some of the same moves. Maybe have instead of using rollout, maybe do Meteor Match or something where it's kind of a charging attack, kind of Lil Max standard B. And then have Pound, Sing, and maybe you can have Rast if you want, but I don't know, just wouldn't make sense for Clefairy. But may have something slightly different for Clefairy. Number 5, the Masked Man from Mother 3 as a Echo Fighter for Lucas. Now, I don't know if I should say who the Masked Man is because it's from a 2006 game, but point is that even when you do fight the Masked Man 3 times, he does share a lot of the same moves as Lucas, including Lucas' signature PSI, and even has lightning. Well, technically, Lucas doesn't have lightning like thunder, but the Masked Man has a lightning attack that he can use. So I was thinking maybe for the Masked Man, his up B would just be the PK Thunder 2, except it wouldn't be called PK Thunder 2. So you see how like Ness and Lucas, when you up B, they have to guide the PK Thunder towards them and then do the PK Thunder 2? Maybe like what Masked Man can do is just the PK Thunder 2 part. Well, the Masked Man can fire beams, so maybe that could be either his standard B or his side B. And I think it's better for a side B because like it would probably function similarly to PK Fire. Because why not, really? It wouldn't be like a fire... Maybe it wouldn't be like fire base, maybe it could be like just a beam as a side B or even as a standard beam. However, and the Masked Man also... I don't know how we would do his standard B, because maybe we could do this base PK Love, or maybe do something like different. Just like... whatever. But the reason why I don't know if I would like the Masked Man. The thing is, he will probably function a bit different to Lucas and Ness because he has swords and all the other mechanical stuff on him. So I don't think he'll share a lot of the same moveset as Ness and Lucas, but they could maybe add some sword stuff into it. And plus it's like Lucas' side B might just hit with a stick, might just be a sword instead and do a slash effect. So it wouldn't be that bad if they put the Masked Man, just that I think it'll be the most difficult. Number 4, Dixie Kong as a Nico fighter for Diddy Kong. Now, I have heard things that saying, oh, maybe Dixie Kong could be her own character. And if that happens, good for them. Good for them, good for the people who want Dixie Kong, good for Dixie Kong herself. Especially considering Dixie Kong has like a kind of a floaty second jump. So that could probably get an excuse to be a different character. But a lot of people would like to have Dixie Kong as an Echo Fighter for Diddy, if not her own character. And I don't mind that, because, well, Dixie Kong shares a lot of the same physiology, or biology, physiology, as Diddy Kong, so a lot of the same hide, tails, that sort of thing. So the two are already, like, physically similar, so I don't see an issue of them just porting Dixie Kong into that and have a slight moveset change, because Dixie Kong doesn't use the peanut pop gun, so it'll probably have some sort of difference. But if you ask me, maybe they kind of should put Dixie Kong as her own character, because Diddy Kong has a bunch of moves that only Diddy Kong can do. Or maybe what they can do is like pull like stuff from Tiny Kong from PK64 instead of using the peanut pop gun, have like the feather crossbow instead. Or maybe have Tiny Kong in there as like, if Diddy Kong was her own character, have Tiny Kong be the Echo Fighter for Dixie Kong, and have Tiny Kong have like the feather crossbow and all sorts of these things, because Tiny Kong can also do the second, the helicopter thing. I forgot the name of the second jump that she can do. So all in all, I think Dixie Kong could be one or the other, being her own character or be an Echo Fighter. Number 3, Roll as a Echo Fighter for Mega Man. Honestly, I don't see the big deal of doing that, because Roll has been in other fighting games. Has been in MVC 2 or MVC 1. I don't remember. I think it's MVC 2. As like a slightly weaker version of Mega Man, but has some of the same moves. So it wouldn't be that much of an issue to put Roll in there as an Echo Fighter for Mega Man. Heck, maybe what Roll can do is like do some of Mega Man's. You know how in Smash 4, Mega Man has a bunch of different moves for like the alternate specials. That it's a thing in Smash 4, but not in Ultimate. Maybe Roll can do some those things, like take the Hyper Bomb, or take the Shadow Blade, or the Ring Boomerang, or even have, I don't know, some other stuff as like have some sort of difference for Mega Man, have some sort of based on Mega Man, and have some of her normal attacks be more or less the same as Mega Man, since he does have like Well, she can do the same things as Mega Man. Except Roll maybe do something different. Maybe have Roll have like instead of the flame sword, she could use her broom or something. To have some sort of visual difference, but like actual gameplay difference, not much. So I think Roll will be kind of an easy Echo Fighter for Mega Man. Okay, so before I go to 2-in-1, now these characters are on other videos I made about the character I want in Smash Brothers. However, and I've said this before, that if they're going to be be a clone of someone, there could be a clone of like characters not from their own series, and this is the second one. Magnus as a Echo Fighter for Ike. Honestly, I don't see an issue with that, because like, yes, like Echo Fighters all up to this point have always been like an Echo Fighter from the same series, but since Magnus would function similar to Ike anyway, I don't see an issue of just porting Ike, but to a different, I guess, series. It'd be kind of awkward, if you ask me. Like, it'd be kind of awkward seeing, like, if you go to the Kid Icarus page on the website, and to see, like, oh, here's Pit's own character, and Dark Pit is the clone of Pit, and Palutena, sort of thing, and have, like, Magnus, how he's, like, an Echo Fighter of a different character. So I just feel kind of interesting. Well, Magnus does have a big sword. He can do, like, I don't see an issue with him doing the same moves as Ike, and maybe take some moves from Cloud too, because why not? Since again, Cloud has a big sword, and maybe Cloud could do some things that Magnus could do. Since the Magnus Blade or Magnus Club can do some wind effects when it's being used, so maybe have like Cloud's down B or similar to Cloud's down B. Have some similar moves to that. Maybe have his standard B, instead of charging up for eruption, instead of that, maybe a big like a little tornado, like the Magnus Club normally does. So I can imagine Magnus being Echo Fighter for Ike, although I'm not sure if they would do it, considering the two are from different series. But they work well together. And number 1, Black Shadow as a Echo Fighter for either Captain Falcon or Ganondorf, but my list says Ganondorf, but I'm still putting it as Ganondorf. Okay, so I have said this before, I have said in another video before, that I would like to have Black Shadow take Ganondorf's original melee moveset, or at least like as much as it can, since Ganondorf has had changes to his moveset to include a sword. Since Black Shadow doesn't use a sword, you could probably just take Ganondorf's old moveset, put it into a different character, maybe tweak some things, and there you go. Perfect Echo Fighter. No big deal. So, as I've already mentioned this before, I have kind of no reason to continue to talk about this, but you kind of get the idea. So anyway, that is all for this list. Not much going on else. Yes, there's other characters that are kind of interesting to see Echo Fighters, but I wouldn't see it happening. But these 7 are the characters I would see Echo Fighter for currently released characters. So that is all. See you guys later.